day, as Paul and Silas were going out to the place of prayers, they met a slave girl who was telling people what is going to happen in their life. It's like a visionist, but the spirit that was on her was an evil spirit. It wasn't a clean spirit, as the Bible recorded in the book of Acts chapter number 16. If you start reading from verse 16, you will see this story. So as Paul and Silas and other brethren were walking and going to the place of prayer, this girl kept following them and kept telling people that these are the servants of the Most High God. They should listen to them. They want them to get saved and all of that. She kept following them, and at a point in time, Paul got upset. He turned around and spoke to the spirit on the inside of her and casted that spirit out. And when Paul did this, the owners of the slave were not happy, because the Bible recorded that this gift in the inside of this girl, she has been using it to make money for her owners. So when Paul cast away the spirit that she was using, the owners got mad. They were angry. They began to beat Paul and Silas. They dragged them, take them to the public place, and told lies against them that they were deceiving people in the city, that were making noise in the city. They were leading people astray, that they are not from their city and they are trying to deceive people. So the public joined and started beating Paul and Silas. And then they took them to the judge, who threw them into the prison. They asked the jailer to bind their hands, bind their legs, that they could not move anywhere, that they should even take them to the deeper part of the prison. So that is where they kept Paul and Silas. But when you read this story and get to verse 26, the Bible recorded that suddenly there was an earthquake in the prison. Praise the name of the Lord. Something good is going to happen in your life, and it's going to be suddenly. The Bible recorded that suddenly there was an earthquake in the prison. And as that earthquake was going on, the chains and everything that bounded them in that prison were broken. Not just Paul and Silas, but every other person that were in that prison. How did that happen? The Bible recorded that when Paul and Silas got into that prison, they start praising God, they start praying, they start praising God. I tell you today, whoever is under the sound of this voice, if you are coming by this video for the very first time, it's not by accident, because something good is going to happen to you suddenly. You will sing your songs of praise to God this week. Everything that has held you bound, God is going to cut them to asunder this week, in Jesus' mighty name.